Jen. Good evening, everyone, and again, very warm welcome in today's live session with another speaker of us. और आज हम लोग बहुत बहुत एक्साइटेड हैं क्योंकि हमारी जो स्पीकर है वो 8 साल की कियारा है एंड वी डेफिनेटली लुकिंग फॉरवर्ड टू हियर फ्रॉम हर और उससे पहले कि हम ये सेशन स्टार्ट करें, मैं आप सबसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी कि आप प्लीज अपने आप को म्यूट पे रखें। अगर किसी को कुछ भी क्वेश्चन करना है तो आप प्लीज रेज योर हैंड्स एंड देन मे बी वन बाय वन हम लोग यू कैन अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ एंड यू कैन डेफिनेटली यू आस्क योर क्वेश्चंस और इफ यू वांट यू कैन say something to Kiara and her superstar mom. एंड उससे आई मीन वी विल स्टार्ट अवर सेशन बट उससे पहले इस ग्रुप के बारे में ये कैंसर सर्वाइवर्स इन इंडिया जो ग्रुप है ये हमारा फेसबुक ग्रुप है और हम लोग जो हैं एज अ वॉलंटियर इसके लिए काम करते हैं। हमारा जो मेन इस ग्रुप का एम है कैंसर सर्वाइवर्स केयर गिवर्स उनको इमोशनल सपोर्ट प्रोवाइड करना और इस तरह के सेशन करना ये भी एक इनिशिएटिव है जहाँ पे हम लोग दूसरे जो पेशेंट्स हैं जिन्होंने ऐसी जर्नी से निकले हैं वो अपनी स्टोरी शेयर करते हैं एंड दैट आई फील रियली रियली gives a lot of positive hope to other patients going through the same journey. Of course, we also work in awareness to create awareness जहाँ पे कैंसर को एक स्टिग्मा की तरह ना लिया जाए. It should be taken as any other normal disease and people can talk about it very openly and publicly. And also make sure that we aware people so that they don't fall into so-called magical treatments and they should not getting misguided basically. So ज़्यादा वक्त ना लेते हुए मैं ये हैंड ओवर करूंगी जेनी को जो कियारा की मॉम है एंड जेनी एंड कियारा आप यू नो फील comfortable जहाँ पे भी you want Kiara to speak. In fact, we will also ask lot many things to Kiara. We are very exciting, but I think whatever way it is comfortable, you want her to start or you want to start. So again, बहुत बहुत स्वागत है. Welcome Kiara and Kiara's mom Jenny. Yes, please start.
Hello.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Kiara, would you like to introduce yourself?
मम्मा उनको तो अभी नाम पता है वाइचो पता है मेरा एज भी पता है तो और क्या इंट्रोड्यूस करूं
Okay, so as Savita introduced, Kiara is 8 years old now, and she will be 9 very soon. And for the last few years, we have been, fighting, but finally, we are 2.5 years remission after the bone marrow transplant. So Kiara has had 3 treatments. The first one was diagnosed when she was 2 years old. In 2019, then she was in remission. She relapsed for the first time during COVID in 2022. We went through a long-term treatment again with chemotherapy, and she was in remission again. However, in 2023, she relapsed again, and it was a very tough time because the doctor suggested that she can't do any more chemotherapy because her body has had enough of chemo. So he suggested we should go for a bone marrow transplant. However, she needs to get on remission for that. So we tried immunotherapy, that did not help. Then he suggested CAR T. So it was a long road. We went to the USA for CAR T cell therapy. She was accepted for one of the clinical trials at NIH, and that got her into remission. And then we did her transplant in Medanta. So yeah, it was a very tough journey, but we have had friends, we have had family who have been with us, and who have been supporting us emotionally, mentally, and I mean, and Kiara has been very positive about it. She has been our inspiration throughout. So yeah, we were able to overcome.
Thank you, Jenny, for just this brief introduction. So I think most of our viewers today know like what Jenny's journey had, sorry, what Kiara's journey had been. So Jenny, I have one question for you. So first time, जब आपको पता चला कि this is the cancer, and how old was she? She was, I guess, 2.5 year old.
She was around 2.3. She
Okay.
was like just 2 years and 3 months. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, how you got to know about her diagnosis? Like, did you notice any symptom, or it was like some accidental findings? I mean, how you got to know, and how was it when you heard for the first time the word cancer for your daughter?
So, she had a lymph node behind her back on the right side. There was just one node, and we've taken her to the, pediatrician. And she said sometime due to infection, children usually get it. But what happened was she gave us an antibiotic and suggest that she should have it for a week and she will be fine. So after a week, it did not went off. So in fact, from one, do ho gaya tha, it turned to two, and then we took her again, and the pediatrician said that it's okay, ho jata hai kabhi kabhi. So she said, ek aur hafta, take the antibiotic for one more week. But it did not went off, and then she started becoming a little cranky also. So from two, it became three, and then the pediatrician felt that, okay, I think it should be something more. So meanwhile, there was again another note on her head. So we took her again, and she suggested that we should do a biopsy, and they took out some needle aspiration, and that was sent for biopsy. So when the report came back, it was, not exactly positive, but the report was very, what do I say? It did not tell anything about cancer, but it was very difficult to judge. So they said we have to do further, this thing investigation, and in between that, trying to understand what exactly is it. She was having fever, cough, and cold, but so we thought maybe it's just common because all the kids are falling sick when the weather changed. So she had this fever and all, and we were treating her. So one day she said that her tummy is aching and all. So my father-in-law is a doctor. Papa said, let's take her and get a ultrasound done so that we know, if everything is fine. So we took her to get her ultrasound, and then when they did ultrasound, the person who did this ultrasound was a very senior doctor. He was again a very good friend of my father-in-law. Uncle said, "Ki beta, what is it? What happened to her?" Uncle said that we told him the history that, she has been keeping unwell quite often. So uncle suggested that you should meet Dr. Anupam Sachdeva, who is in Gangaram. He is a child oncologist. So he immediately asked us, kal hi chale jao, don't waste time. So we took him to Dr. Anupam. And the moment he saw his blood report, CBC and all, he said that we should do a bone marrow sample and figure out what happened. So they admit us, and they took a sample, and then within few hours it was confirmed that she had leukemia. So the first few hours was very tough. I couldn't stop crying. It felt like, I was just pushed somewhere and I couldn't get out of, or maybe some tunnel where there is no end. I think the first most difficult thing is the acceptance. Why us? Why me? Because we've only heard about leukemia or cancer, in news, or we read about people, or maybe in movies that this happened, that happened. But honestly, I've never thought that it would ever happen. So, the first few days was like the acceptance, thinking, what have we done that, this happened to us? So, I mean, I couldn't stop crying. So it was very difficult. But then finally, we started the treatment, and then they insert the PIC line and all that stuff. She was very little. She was 2 years old, but she was very brave. Whenever they would do the dressing also, she would not cry. Would tell beta, let the nurse do it. So she would not cry, and she would just, her tears would come out, but she would not cry out loud. She would let them do, and she would tell them, sister, please dheere se karna. So that way, somehow, the first few days went by, and the doctor said that, because of her age, and it was, what do I say? It was diagnosed at early stage. So I mean, she's fine, we can treat this. So she has taken the treatment really well. And then we have never been to ICU, or it was always good, because we've seen people around us who were going through the same treatment. People were sent to ICU, kuch na kuch ho jata hai, and then all of a sudden the stay would extend to 1 month, sometime 15 days. But in Kiara's case, the first line of treatment, as in the first treatment that she had, everything went pretty well, like she went on, and then we could come back home on time, and everything went very smoothly.
Oh my God.
Hmm.
Hey, Kiara. Okay, I was having some. I mean, she has those memories when it
Yeah.
all had happened. Okay, she remembers. And when I mean, till date, she understand the what does it mean to have a cancer? Like, is it like really serious thing? I mean, she understands that, or you have
She
taught her
does,
about.
because she has seen a lot of people in the hospital, in and out. And because of the chemotherapy, her hair were all shaved off and they were falling. So initially it was very difficult. We cried so much, our hair is coming off and all. And it was very difficult. When during the first treatment, she was very little. She was too short. She didn't even realize, she was very happy when I said, Kara, we have to cut your hair because it's just falling. So, if we cut, you will get a better hair and it will be nice. And she was very happy. She was bald and she's like, oh my God, my hairs are short like Papa. She was very happy. So she was very happy. But when she relapsed and when her hair started falling, she was very upset.
Mm-hmm. So, Kiara, you remember like how all things were, you did your haircut, your mama got it done, and then how was it? Like, did you like it?
I actually don't remember. It's been a lot of years.
Okay, okay,
Not exactly
okay.
that part, right?
And how was it, when it happened second time, and how old she was by then?
She was 2 years, so it's been like almost 7 years now, on and off, hospital stay, going in and coming out. So I think that way she was very resilient. She has not started school yet. So after the first treatment, she started her nursery online. So throughout that year, it was online. So she was fine. But the moment she was almost in KG. That is when she relapsed. She just started KG almost, and then she relapsed. So that was quite difficult, but she went through her school throughout. So the second treatment, when she relapsed first, it was the doctor suggests that she should have a long-term chemotherapy because it was a late relapse after 2.5 years. So she would have her chemotherapy for one entire week. She will get admitted in the hospital on Monday morning. And Saturday is usually when she get discharged. So she would get high dose of methotrexate, and then they would want give her Lasix, which will flush out. So a lot of fluid and all. So we would be in the hospital for 1 week, and we'll come back on Saturday. And Monday she will be back to school. So I think school, going to school and having friends around, teachers who were like understanding, really, really help us. So whenever she would be tired in the class, she could go to the infirmary. She would rest there. She would sleep there. She would come back home early from school. But she kind of have not missed school much. So I think that really support her. Having friends around, having people around.
I think this is something very important. You got a great support system in the school, and she had her friends, and life was moving, right? It didn't stop there. So, which is very nice. So, Kiara, remember like your
I
teacher
think you
talking
want
to
to say
you?
something, Hannah?
A
Yeah,
person
yeah.
has raised their
Okay, somebody has raised hand. I think Mehul has raised her hand.
Yes, yes.
So,
We will give
His
him
hand,
chance.
yeah.
Don't
yeah,
worry.
yeah.
Don't worry. We'll give
I
him the
have so
chance.
many questions for this little girl that I have so raised my hand. Okay, so I'll ask you that question when
Yes,
my
yes.
turn comes. Okay, I'll wait.
Okay.
So whoever raised hand, we give them the chance. Don't worry. So, anyways, yeah, I was just asking Kiara, like, you remember like how what your teacher used to tell, anything which either they used to motivate or you used to motivate them? Anything you remember that sort? No,
Talk
no.
about
Oh,
the circle time, your friends doing online classes.
Huh?
When we used to be in the hospital, like sometimes the teacher
Mm-hmm.
allowed us to like have a Zoom call, and then I would say hello to everybody.
Hmm. So your teachers were really, really very supportive. It happened any point of time that you did not finish your homework and then teacher scolded you. It happened any point of time?
Like right now, or when I was in the chemo.
Okay.
Because right
Okay.
now, of course,
Right now so right now in
Sometimes.
which yeah. So which standard you are in right now?
third.
Third. You like to go to school?
But I don't
Oh,
like it when there's like 2 hour Hindi class and ma'am just talks and she just makes us do the like she says something and then you have to write it and then like it's so boring.
it's so boring. That Hindi class is really boring. And what is your favorite class, favorite subject?
Math.
Math. Super. Nice. So now I'm allowing Mehul Bhai. So uncle is going to ask you some question.
Hi Kiara.
Lala.
I don't like maths. I hate it,
It's okay.
but yeah,
It's okay. It's fine.
yeah, but we can be friends, right? Okay, so I wanted to ask, like, what do you want to become when you grow up? Like, what do you want to be, an astronaut or pilot or fighter or what? What, like, what do you think of?
I want to be a singer, a dancer, an actor, a celebrity.
Okay.
Celebrity you are now already.
You're already
Hmm.
you're already a celebrity. See,
Okay,
we
then one
so
of the list. One of the list. Wait, but I'm
I
still not grown up. Okay.
I need to take
And
a
then
picture with her and then
yeah, yeah. So
say
we
that.
will have to take autograph. Yes.
Yeah,
hmm?
and then I can when you become like an actor and all, I can tell my family that see I know her, like I have her
Oh.
autograph and all. So I had a question for Jenny, like a couple of questions. Like I'm sure like there are many this I just cannot imagine what you all your family and you all might have gone through. But there are many who are, in the same boat in our group who are watching and who will be watching. So my question would be like, what are the things you think you should not have done and or you could have done better? Something that होता है ना कि कभी कभी like ऐसा लगता है कि यार मतलब I should have done that. That would have been like you learn from your
Mm.
mistakes. So anything that you would like to share for others?
Well, it's very difficult to say that I would have done this right or, done it in a better way. But I felt that, it is a situation or something that you have not choose or, you have not opted for. It's something that you have been put in through and you have to come out of it. So I think I could really feel that, I did my best at that point of time. And, of course, when I think back about the journey, I felt that, you know, I could really not think of anything that I could do better, but I would say that maybe, I could be a little more kind to myself and to Kiara because sometimes I felt that just to show that I'm very brave or, it's okay. It's okay to cry. It's okay to let your emotions come out. I think there are times when I try to be very brave and strong, but I know inside that, I am also a human being. So I think it's very important to be kind to yourself because sometimes we just pretend so that people outside see us as a very strong person. But I think it's okay to, uh, let that emotions come out and cry it out or just let it out. So I think I could have been a little kinder to myself and to Kiara, of course, some because I have pushed her. Okay, you have to do this, you have to take the medicine, we have to go to school, you have to eat this, you have to do this. I pushed a lot. I pushed myself and I pushed her a lot. And of course, people around me, because when, any family member has this disease, I would say cancer, it actually crumble the entire family. It's not just one person who is going through, it's the entire family that is going through that journey. And it is difficult for everyone, not just you. So I think, I could have been, I felt that kind of to everybody around me. Yeah.
Right. And then like did you any of you take any therapy, like mental therapy, or would you suggest taking that? Do you think that would
I
help?
have I have never taken a therapy, but I think because I felt that, I mean, if I am, I mean, that's my personal opinion that if I felt that if I am unable to find a solution for myself and come out of a situation, I don't think that anybody else could have helped me. Of course, it's good to have people around whom you can talk, whom you can, pour your heart. But I really felt that until you want yourself, nobody can help you. But of course, Kiara has been meeting the school counselor. They have been really helpful. They would do virtual, of course, she's very young, so she doesn't understand the concept of therapy. So we do have, she does have counselors in school. So they call it heart to heart. She would go and talk to them. They are there to help her out, to listen to her. So it does help her, of course, because when she started getting back to school after her transplant or after the first relapse, because she was in grade one and she was in KG the first time, of course, the body image, how she looked without hair and all that stuff, they really helped her. But yeah, I felt that, I mean, having a support system really helped because we all are different individuals. So some people really could. Take support of counsel and it really helped me. But I think in my case, I really felt that I have a very strong support system and, I have people around me. So I did not.
Yeah, yeah, that's good. Yeah, thanks for sharing your thoughts. I can see both the sides. Yeah, yeah. And let others also ask questions. I can go on and on, but
Yeah. So you can again ask Mehul. That is fine. But yeah, while Jenny was speaking, so Jenny, I mean, of course, you did mention that your family was your big support system. Still, would you like to highlight something very specific that having that actually kept you going?
I think, it's again Kiara because she's my only daughter. And then I think my mom has been there, she has been a very strong support system. She was not with us all the time because she lives in another state. So she constantly pray for us and my family and of course my in-laws. I mean, they're very understanding, I mean, there are times when I would be really um, difficult because, your emotions come in and come out, and sometimes it becomes very difficult to deal with, something that we are going
Hmm.
through. But they have been very patient. And what always keep me going is, when I see Kiara, I mean, I know that I have to advocate for her. I'm the only one that she trusts. So I think that is one thing that always keep me going. That
Right.
I should not give up on her, and we should just keep going on, and things will happen.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. So she was your hope and she was everything. I think looking at her, it made you like, I have to get this done. So when we are talking about all the positive things, right? So of course, everyone, I think all of us also notice some of the very, very negative thing which we never ever thought can happen, right? The maybe it's a reaction of the people around you, or it could be something at work, or like did you experience anything which was sort of negative and you never ever expected, and probably you want people to know that this is not something which they might have thought of, or probably because the one of the reason we do these session is also to make people understand. Sometime I kept hearing that when they get to know that other families going through such scenario or such cases, we really don't know how to react, and sometimes they are not just there, right? So that is another in a way, people feel left out, right? So anything which you felt was negative and probably you would prefer to talk about that and to actually get it, if that can change in the society, it will be really helpful.
Right. So I think, as a society, we are still very we're not aware of what kind of sickness are there, and it's not by choice, it's happened. So I think, as a parent or as a community, we should educate our children to be more acceptable, have more empathy, because what happened is, when Kiara was done with her chemotherapy and radiation, she was bald and her skin color has changed. And cancer definitely change how you look. It completely changed you as a human being. So
Definitely.
she would go down and play at the park, and she would want to, and I would go. She was not very strong, she was a little weak compared to the other children. So I still remember somebody asking me what happened to her, why is she like this, what happened to her hair. I told her that she had blood cancer. And that lady asked me, is it contagious? I was like, oh my God.
Uh,
Oh, that was
Same.
like crazy. I was so mad at her. Then I know how I controlled myself. I just felt like, giving her one tight. Uh, but yeah, I explain it to her, of course, because she doesn't know what it is, right? So I explain her why it happened. It's not by choice. Nobody knows why it happened. There could be 100 reasons, not because I did something wrong or she did something wrong, or it's not hereditary, it's not genetic. So I explain her very calmly to make her understand, hello, it could happen to anyone. I mean, I really wish that nobody uh, should go through this journey and understand how it feels. But yeah, because it's so important for adult, or I mean, to educate, to understand, that of all the people who are sick, it's not because they want to be sick or they want to go through a chemotherapy or this kind of treatment. It's because it happened to them, and everyone wants to have a healthy life. So it's so important to have that uh, what do I say, that empathy for people. So I think we as because there would be children coming and asking, auntie, what happened to her? Does she has cancer? I said, yeah, she has cancer, but she's fine now. So because initially Kiara was also a little ashamed when she used to go down. If people ask, she's like, Mama, mat batana, don't tell. I said, why, Kiara? It's okay, we have to tell. There is nothing to be ashamed about. In fact, we are proud that we fought. So it's okay.
Right.
Should never be ashamed of it. There is nothing to hide. So, we always discuss it very openly at home. So I think I'm very okay with it, but I think we should talk about all these more often, not just uh, in certain places, but I think even in school, students should be educated, at home also.
Right, right. And I think see, though we are talking so much in this group, we think, people are aware what cancer is all about. But, see in your example, right? It's like they don't know how it can, how it happens, right? It's not something from one person to one person. It can be passed on. Even in the cases where it is hereditary, there is so much of stigma. I heard stories where, the marriages are the question mark, even for the sibling, right? If somebody has the cancer and
Right.
that family, right? Marriage, because, for the sibling also, if some talks are going on, people would say, hey, in that family, don't get your daughter or son married because the cancer runs in the family or stuff like that, without even actually knowing how everything about the cancer. So I heard from my doctor that only 5% of cancers are hereditary, 95% are non-hereditary, right? And even for the hereditary cancer, it seems like there's a 50-50% chance, right? It can happen, it might not happen. So what about those 95% then? You should always be careful about your health.
Mhm.
So Mehul bhai, and like we had been talking about it कि क्यों लोग बात नहीं करते, क्यों घबराते हैं, बिकॉज उनको लगता है कि लोग उनसे दूरी बना लेंगे, उनके पास नहीं आएंगे, अरे इसके
Right.
साथ रहेंगे तो हमें भी कैंसर हो सकता है,
Yeah,
राइट? एटलीस्ट दिस लेडी शी आस्क्ड, लोग तो पूछते भी नहीं, अज्यूम कर लेते हैं.
I'll give you one like my
Mm.
experience. Like it is so ingrained in the brain that I had oral neck cancer, I had a neck cancer, so I had to remove
Okay.
my teeth. So I went to the dentist, and then the assistant who was working on my cleaning my teeth and all before the procedure, she just asked like, "Kya hua?" I said, "Cancer," and she jumped back like a
Oh my
doctor.
god, huh.
Like
Oh my
I,
God, being a
I,
doctor.
yeah, I understand it. She didn't do it purposely, like, but it's so ingrained. So I understand completely where you come
Mhm.
from, and I would also like, how did you, if you could share any experience, like other than that, like family members. I know there are people coming like, पिछले जन्म का कर्म, ये वो, this all
हाँ.
nonsense.
Hmm.
Did you handle and did you face anything like this, and how did you handle it then? Because this is very common.
This
Yeah,
is very
I
common.
think
Hmm.
not exactly that kind of thing, but yeah, people say that, ye karwa do, wo karwa do, puja and all that stuff. Uh, I mean, we've had experience when people suggesting do this, do that, it will really help. But of course, having said that, uh, I mean, we come from a very different background. I mean, I am from Northeast. My husband is from Delhi. He's a Punjabi. So we all have our own belief, and we do follow, whatever could make Kiara heal. So we do follow that because every person has a different, belief and different spiritual belief. So
Exactly.
we really don't hold on, whatever we feel right, we do at our own end. So, yeah, but of course, there are people who said that, maybe, uh, I mean, I really don't believe in Pichle Janam ka and all that stuff that you might have done this and that. But I think we should believe in today and, we should believe in doing the right thing at this point of time because we don't know what we did and we will not know what we'll be doing. So I think it's always good to focus on the present, not so
Yeah.
much on. Right.
Mhm. So going back to Kiara, Kiara आप किसी और से मिलते हो अभी जो आपकी एज के हों और जिनको कीमोथेरेपी वगैरह कुछ चल रहा हो? Have you met anybody and did you talk to them?
हाँ,
क्या बोला
like
आपने उनसे?
तो एक बार मम्मा की फ्रेंड है उनके पास अम, वो पता नहीं मैं उनका नाम भूल गई
कौन सी?
वो आप वो वाली आंटी जो हॉस्पिटल में मिली थी याद है
बोनीता आंटी?
हाँ वो
ओके, बताओ। हाँ।
तो ना वो भी सेम ट्रीटमेंट में गई थी वो उसका बच्चा तो
आयांश भैया।
हाँ यार हाँ ओके तो
हम्म.
आयांश भैया से मैंने बात करी आज से
फिर क्या बोला आपने उन्हें?
मैंने उनसे बोला कि आई यू स्कैर्ड तो
ओके.
तो उसने
हाँ.
बोला थोड़ा सा मैंने बोला क्यों उसने बोला मर सकते हैं मैंने बोला तो क्या एटलीस्ट भगवान के पास तो बैठ सकते हैं
ओह! आप ऐसी बातें करते हो बच्चे-बच्चे. I mean, I never imagined like but see, इतने I mean, the children are also scared and it's very important to talk to them. And बेटा I would suggest like if you're meeting आप उनको ऐसे ही brave बनाओ अपनी तरह, है ना? तो क्या हो गया? जो होगा हो गया. ट्रीटमेंट तो लेना है ना? ट्रीटमेंट लेने से हम ठीक भी हो सकते हैं. Yeah. Very nice. I think, yeah, as Mehul is saying, if there is anyone who want to say anything to Kiara or Jenny, please feel free to unmute yourself and you can share your thoughts. I think people are appreciating if you're reading Kiara, people are appreciating. But I would appreciate अगर कोई openly आके video call में बात करे तो I think Kiara would really like it to hear because she wants the celebrity status.
Yeah, this Kiara, I'm recording this video, so I'm going to send it over to your mom. So when you grow big and you're a celebrity, you can share this. See, I was so brave even
See,
when I was a
you
kid. Like,
you have so many fans already. Yes, anybody, please.
Jenny,
अगर आप
when she was diagnosed for the first time, and before that, you said that for the couple of weeks he was given antibiotics. So,
Yes.
did they do the CBC on that time for the first time when she had infections like fever and coughing and all?
Yeah. So she was given, I think, easy. एक बहुत माइल्ड सा एंटीबायोटिक होता है वो दिया था.
But
शी
on
वाज
that
गिव
time, did they go for
सी
CBC?
CBC.
यस सीबीसी वाज नॉर्मल थ्रू आउट सीबीसी ऑलमोस्ट 2 महीने तक नॉर्मल था एंड शी वाज डायग्नोस्ड इन मई सो मार्च से लेके अप्रैल तक सीबीसी वाज बिल्कुल सही मार्च सॉरी मई आई थिंक फर्स्ट वीक ऑफ मे इज व्हेन शी वाज डायग्नोज. उस वाले में जब सीबीसी बिल्कुल नीचे आया, हर हीमोग्लोबिन वाज 6 पॉइंट समथिंग एंड हर आई थिंक प्लेटलेट्स पे लाइक इन 50s, एकदम से विद इन 2-3 days, एकदम से. That is when we were alarmed because हम हर हफ्ते इसका सीबीसी करवा रहे थे and everything was fine because as I mentioned, Papa is also a doctor and
Okay.
अगर सीबीसी पहले इतना कम आता उसका, so we could have taken her to some other I mean
Like
maybe we could
oncologist.
have been more serious,
Hmm.
but her CBC has been normal throughout.
Yeah.
Okay. And from where did you find her match for the transplant?
Oh, so I am her donor.
Oh, that's great. That's great.
Yes.
Appreciate.
Hmm.
That's really great because
Yeah.
it's very difficult to get match. And one of the our group member who needs the transplant, but she don't have siblings, and it's not possible for her. She's not getting from
Oh,
the
they can
donor.
do a half match. So I think these days,
But
because even
no,
Kiara doesn't have siblings, so me and my husband, we both are like half match because the doctor, we were also not very sure, but when we went for her CAR T in US, we've seen a lot of people who were doing half match also, and I've read so much about this transplant or the disease. Nowadays, because many children, they don't have siblings. So they said, if it's a known donor, so half match is as good as unknown donor who are 100% match. So this.
Mhm.
okay. So since
Okay.
her transplant, she's in remission.
She has been in remission. We thought it would be very tough. We were really scared and traumatized. But of course, the initial few days were very tough with her skin peeling off, a lot of, mucositis in her mouth. She was not allowed to eat, go outside, even stand in the balcony. And it was very difficult for her. But I think it was worth, the challenges or the difficulties. It was worth.
Great.
Hmm.
Kiara, you are really great बच्चा. Keep it up and all the best for your future. और मतलब क्या बनना है बन जाओ, जो भी बनना है, मतलब
जो भी आर्टिस्ट बनना है,
डांसर,
सिंगर बनना
आर्टिस्ट, सेलिब्रिटी, जो बनना है. सेलिब्रिटी तो आप हो ही ऑलरेडी, बट यू विल बी
है.
डांसर. और मतलब फिर हमें मतलब वेन एवर यू आर बिग, बहुत बड़े डांसर बन जाओ ना, तो हमें पहचानना अंकल को कि हम मिले थे कैसे ना,
there
फिर
is
भूल
one.
मत जाना.
Yeah, sorry to interrupt you guys, but मुझे
नहीं,
again
हम
want to
वही
get.
है,
हाँ,
इसीलिए
क्योंकि
हम
उस
रिकॉर्ड
टाइम
कर रहे हैं.
जैसे
हाँ,
अभी वो जागीर अंकल दिखते हैं ना, वैसे दिखेंगे उस टाइम हम, जब तुम बहुत बड़ी बन जाओगी तब.
हाँ, और देखो जागिर अंकल भी डांस कर रहे हैं, मतलब he's so happy. And we also have a dancer auntie in this group. I don't know why she's not here today, but normally
या या
she would be so happy. You know,
अंजू.
she's a survivor,
ये
and
आई थिंक
she's like
यस.
Me,
she
me and Mehul bhai both will be like jogging uncle when she will be a celebrity. I mean dancer.
यस यस.
Kiara,
आई थिंक
uh,
शहाना में को
hello
भी कुछ कहना
Kiara.
उसको.
हेलो करो दादी को.
yeah, Shana, please, yeah, come out of mute
हाँ,
and
शहाना.
Yeah,
या यू कैन, यू. या यू.
yeah, yeah. You're able to hear me? I have unmuted.
यस यस
Yeah,
यस, ठीक है.
actually, Jenny and Kara, I mean, I know them. We are colleagues, me and Jenny, but I know Kiara from the time she was born. Exactly, 1st February is her birthday. And so I've seen
ओके.
her as a little. I held the baby, I held her for the first time. So it was as shocking as when I heard it for the first time, it was an emotion which one cannot describe. And I can imagine what Jenny would have gone through. But I always call Kiara a miracle child because when the last episode happened, it was so serious that, uh, it was like, at one point of time, even Jenny would agree with it that we will only pray for her. It was a situation, and how she has fought, and how uh, people across the world has prayed for her. This is something which I wanted to share, and I always share it with Jenny, and I call her the miracle child. And she's not only a brave, but she is so empathetic about the whole thing. Even now, you will find her. Jenny mentions that whenever she goes to the hospital for checkups and regular checkups, she visits those cancer wards and meets the children there, encouraging them what exactly it is to come out of it. And Kiara is a special bacha. There is no doubt. She's a blessed child. And I certainly the way Jenny's family, and Kiara has fought it with so much of resilience, and it has certainly given a lot of hope, and Jenny herself. I know Jenny herself goes and meets those parents where there is no knowledge about the disease and how one can tackle it. So Jenny herself, goes and meets people, especially people who are coming from villages and people coming from different areas. They do not know about the disease, and I have seen her counseling so many parents when she knows her child is suffering so much at that point of time. So it has been a great, they have been such a big inspiration for all of us. And sometimes when you see people showing this kind of, empathy, it also, now even when I get to know, we had a case where somebody was diagnosed with cancer, and then the first call I made was to Jenny. I said, Jenny,
Mm.
see, it's not that you're bringing back bad memories or something, but it is also bringing in a lot of this thing, saying that, Jenny, we need your help in this year. Please help kar de isko. And Jenny is up and out doing and calling up the parent and suggesting what the journey has to be there. So that is what I will describe them the most courageous people in the friend circle I have come across in Gurgaon. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Kiara.
Thank you, Shana, for sharing. I think we are really, I mean, we were already proud of you, but now we are much, much prouder of Kiara and Kiara's mom. And yes, we had been hearing this, like, sometimes, people are out of the journey and they really don't want to talk about the whole cancer thing, right? Because they feel that they are bringing those negative memories. But is it really important, to share your difficult, the experience you had, right? With that, if you can help other people, that is what we need. Otherwise, like, no one, mostly the patients or the family are looking for some hope, some suggestions, advices, and people who had been through this journey. And if you are not talking, then it becomes real difficult for them. Yeah, there's another person. Sorry, its name is showing 1+. I don't know. Please unmute yourself. Yeah. Yes.
Hi. Hey, Jenny, Kiara, hope you know me.
Hello.
Hi. So first of all, I would like to thank the team who is organizing this thing. I think it's a wonderful channel and wonderful, I would say, initiative you guys are doing it right now. One thing, in our society, people generally don't share. And myself also, my father got cancer a long time back. And in fact, Kiara's Dadu and Jenny's Sasurji has also got cancer a long time back. So they had the journey. I also passed that journey. And one thing I always share because I belong to Uttarakhand, लोग डरते हैं शेयर करने से आपको अपनी you should share all these things knowledge share करने से बढ़ती है so that's the best thing Jenny and Kiara along with this channel who has organized this thing I would appreciate all of you आप लोग ये session कर रहे हैं it's really great and second I have already shared my thought on the chat both are warriors and this tiny छोटी सी girl Jenny I know her जब से इनकी माँ बाप की शादी नहीं हुई थी तब से मैं इनको जानता हूँ फिर जेनी है क्यारा आई तो both are warriors and I've been and I think Sahana who's a friend of Jenny I also have a same sentiment same thought I've seen these guys multiple time in the hospital I've been there इनका पापा नहीं है आज always he's always गायब रहता है वो आज भी गायब है it's okay but uh, you know first of all again it's a great the knowledge which they are sharing and if you guys who are organizing this if you share to the multiple folks still in India में hesitant है लोग they don't want to share the knowledge और जो जैनी ने बोला people are really like this लोग आज भी इनको लगता है ये छूत की बीमारी है this is not like this it's like a किसी को भी हो सकता है and once it will happen it's like a project always we should take as a project 6 7 8 months it's curable it depends किस type का cancer है but I think just quick one good all of you. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, team, for sharing this with all the entire world. Thank you.
थैंक यू थैंक यू आई थिंक हम लोगों ने बताया भी था दिस इज कैंसर सपोर्ट ऑफ इंडिया हमारा एक फेसबुक ग्रुप है जिसमें आई थिंक more than 4,000, I think close to 4,500 members, and we try to, I mean, and we really appreciate people coming forward and sharing their journey because आपको नहीं पता उससे कितने लोगों को hope मिल रही होगी, you know, right? So we appreciate that, and we again using this platform, I would again appeal people to come forward, share their journey. We also invite doctors to talk about the disease and the treatment plan, the advancement, and anyway, you know, you guys people who are hearing us, if you want to help us and be part of this group, we welcome you.
Yeah.
So this is
Thank
what
you.
we have to. Yes, thank you, thank you. Anyone else who want to say anything to little Kiara? Uh, but yeah, in the meantime, because I think that we are very close, I'll just share one small uh, thing with Kiara and her mom. So I'm going to share my screen. Uh, मेहुल भाई एक बार enable करिएगा स्क्रीन शेयर नहीं हो रहा है if you can yeah you can just allow me to share my screen it's disabled for me or if you want I can send it to you okay yeah I can do that thank you अभी भी disable क्यों हो रहा है it's still disabled for me
Give me one moment. Let me see.
yeah क्लास ट्रस्ट को ना आप वो बना दीजिए हाँ and otherwise I can you know just forward you if that helps
एक मिनट I'll have
हाँ
to unhost you first. तो एक मिनट let me see if I can share it. Hold on.
okay you have that right it
Yeah,
is there with you
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you can also share. This is, I mean, so while Mehul bhai is sharing, हम लोग, you know, Jenny, एक और चीज है कि, you know, if we come across, you know, similar case where the child is going through this journey, and if they want to get in touch with you, we can talk to you regarding this if you're okay.
Yes, we're very open to that. In
Savita,
fact,
sorry.
yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Mehul,
Oh
yeah.
no, sorry. You need to make me the host again. And one more question for you, Jenny. Like there are many people reach out to us, later when they watch this video, they might comment on
Mm.
this video as well. Is it okay if we verify the person and then if they want to, reach out to you, if many parents come out like हमको contact
I'm
number
very
दीजिए.
okay, I mean, in fact, there are many times wherein, in fact, Kiara's doctor, they would also suggest that, Kiara has gone through this treatment and if you would like to talk to her mom. So, I mean, there are times when people reach out, they would drop a message or call. So, asking about, the clinical trials that is because when Kiara relapsed for the second time, she could not get into remission. So, I was looking out for treatment across the world. I was writing to multiple people. Of course, CAR-T is available in India now at Tata, and that is for 13 and above. But, when you talk about clinical trials and treatment line, it's very, I mean, India is not very upfront in that case because countries like China, US, or Europe, they are very much ahead, Australia. So in India, I mean, when it comes to cancer treatment, we are quite behind. So, there are clinical trials and all which is available across the world where you can go and, I mean, that could help you because in Kiara's case also, she went through one of the trial. I mean, she was accepted for one of the clinical trial at NIH, which gets her into remission, and because of which she could go through the transplant. Otherwise, it would not have been possible. She would have to go through chemotherapy, which was really, really bad for her because when she had her relapse for the first time, the chemo was so strong that she had colitis. She had to go through a surgery. She was on ventilator. She was in hospital for more than a month. So that was very tough. But I think if people helps out, if we reach out to each other, life become a little easy, people, those who have been through. So when Kiara was going through, I reached out to people on Facebook, multiple people. In fact, there were a lot of people who have helped me on Facebook, people whom I never knew. In fact, there is this family that I should be very thankful to, Dr. Rajul and Akanksha. They both are doctors. They are in US now. Their son went through the same treatment. They've been really helpful. I could call them anytime. I could ask them because they are doctors, so they know more than me. So they really helped us, Any random parent whom I'll come across on Facebook, I'll ping them, I'll message them. So at any point of time, if anyone wants to know about anything related to childhood cancer, if I could be of any support for them, I would be more than happy, because we are here because people helped us, right? People share information. So we will be more than happy.
That, that
Right, right.
that is so nice of you. Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll if anyone wants to reach out to you, Savita and I have someone from our
Yes,
team. We'll verify. We'll make sure they are genuine, and then we'll let you know about it. Anyway, thank you.
yeah.
Let me.
So I'm facing bit problem, but I have WhatsApp already, Jenny. Uh,
Yeah, this is
so that's a
Okay, I think there's some issue with the setting of
some
this.
technical issue.
Uh,
Yeah, because
it's
I don't,
fine.
I'm not, yeah, I'm unable to make you host member. So I thought, let me, at least I will WhatsApp to Jenny. So if you need any correction, this, and feel free to share in your social
yeah,
media.
just for
So
the audience,
yeah,
like we made a certificate. We always give it to the speaker. So we made a very nice
speakers.
certificate, and we are not able to share it on the screen, but we'll send it over to you.
Yes, yes, yes.
We
I think
really
some technical
appreciate. Thank you
glitch.
so much. That's okay.
And thank
And
you so much for being a part of this group. And I wish you stay with the group and whenever you get time. And definitely many will be encouraged by this little angel.
definitely. Yeah, and super mom, little champ, that's how I'm calling them. It's not easy as a parent, of course, not easy as a child, but as a parent, it's I think most difficult thing. Yep. Thank you everyone who has made it to today's session. I know many people were asking for this session, but for some other reason they couldn't join us today. And I'm sure they'll go back and look at this recording. And yeah, thank you once again. Thank you, Jenny. Thank you, Kiara. It's so nice to meet you.
Bye,
Bye
Kiara.
Thank
bye.
you, everyone, for taking out time. Thank you so
Yes.
much. Have a wonderful weekend.